everybody, Erin here. I thought for today's photography tutorial I could just do a video showing how I edit a photo. How novel. Anyway, I am working in Adobe Lightroom. I prefer it over Photoshop. I switched this year and it's changed my life. I think it's much more intuitive than Photoshop. It's easier to maneuver and it's geared for professional photographers going through hundreds and thousands of images. So it's terrific. I am looking at an image I took early in the morning. This family was very sweet and got up very early so we could get the best light. I always recommend shooting an hour after sunrise or an hour before sunset for that soft, pretty light, and that will make more of a difference with your photos than anything, is just picking great light. I was shooting on my Canon 5D Mark II, fixed 35, which is a really fun lens, and I was at f-stop 3.5. I usually live in the 2.2, 2.5 area when I'm doing portraits, but in this case the parents were right behind the kiddos and I wanted to make sure everyone was in focus, so I stopped down at a 3.5. We had, on this shoot, just moved locations. Normally I try to set my white balance in every location I'm at, and your white balance will drive the colors of the photos more than anything. You want to make sure whites are white and blues are blues. And with this particular session, we had just moved to this great little spot in the park, and the kiddos were happy, and I wanted to prioritize their mood rather than stopping to reset my camera and lose the giggles. So I knew I could fix it later, and that's what we're going to do now. So working on a Mac, I'm going to click the W on my keyboard, and this dropper tool comes out. And then you just find a gray area of the photo. Hopefully you have it. That's what a gray card's for. You can put it in front of your camera and take a photo. But she has gray pants on, which is my saving grace today. So I'm going to click her gray pants, and ta-da! Warms up, and the colors look much brighter and warmer and pretty. So that fixed my color. The next thing I'm going to do is adjust for the blown areas of the photo. It was an overcast day, which is nice for how soft and even the light is. I always like cloudy days for that reason. But the white sky is something you want to avoid, and I avoided most of it using this background, but there's still a little section. And Lightroom is calling my attention to that by showing this red highlighted area. So I just go over here and drop my highlights until that goes away. Ta-da! Most photos I would bring up the shadows a little bit too, but they have a fair amount of light on their faces. There's actually a bunch of water to our left that's reflecting up and bringing a lot of light into their faces, which was perfect. So I'm just going to leave the shadows where they are. The next thing I do is pop my tone curve, and the histograms get really detailed, so for today's purpose I'm just going to show you. I just find the overarching arch and bring up the lights right here slightly, click and bring this end down a little bit, and you'll see it just pops the photo. I love that fix. And then the last thing I'm going to do with this image is to just soften the skin slightly. Sometimes I'll do it with a brush. You can soften skin that way. I just really don't like the fake look. I think images these days can be too processed, too fake, and I think my clients are beautiful as they are, so I don't want to mess with the post-processing too much. But clarity is a great slight fix for skin, so I'm going to bring that down ever so slightly. It just softens that pretty skin, and we're all set. So there's my image. That was my entire edit. It's ready to go, and if you have any questions, list them in the comment section below this video. I'd be happy to answer anything you've got. Have a great day!